What was your high school's scandal? Teacher would charge students for the ability to skip class and not get in trouble, reported. Obviously, cash was the main currency. The reason he got caught? He let a kid buy him a Dairy Queen Blizzard for payment and the kid got the flavor wrong. Teacher reported the kid. The kid, in turn, ratted him out. A whole operation taken down over the difference between Butterfinger and Reese's. Obviously, cash was the main currency. I was really worried about what sorts of alternate payment was being accepted. Dairy Queen was a refreshing answer. Damn, what an idiot, reporting a kid for giving him the wrong type of bribe. The school would play Justin Bieber's Baby on the speakers all throughout lunch break as well as in between classes, and they said they wouldn't stop until they raised $20,000. By the end of the year, they made a whopping total of $3.72. That's the saddest, stupidest shit I have ever heard a school do. 2/3 RDs of the cheerleaders got pregnant after the captain, valedictorian, did. Dads were 2/3 RDs of the football team. School rules were ignored so the team could take state. Quote. Imagine one lone not pregnant cheerleader at the big game cheering while the big-bellied ones Saturday on the sidelines. What rule exactly was ignored? Did your school have a rule that you couldn't play football if you got someone pregnant? My friend had a brain aneurysm in our weight room. He was alone and a few of my other friends found him unconscious and covered in vomit. One of our teachers let him in and left him alone. Some people tried to blame him for it happening. My friend's family didn't blame him and the doctors confirmed that even if there was someone there, he would not have survived. I'm sure he still carries the guilt. I'm sorry for your loss. That's just heavy, man. Edit, I just realized I made an unintended pun. No disrespect to the dead. There was a boy at my school who would shit on the floor in a random bathroom every single day before school ended. This made it onto the morning announcements often, and the whole school of roughly 1,500 people was trying to figure out who it was. This went on for months. However, he ended up getting caught by a teacher and decided to pretend to be mentally challenged. Needless to say, he was suspended. The return of the pooping bandit. My primary school teacher, we were about 7, I think. He used to like girls with blue eyes and blonde hair. He would often stroke their hair and just be too close. Asked for hugs too. He was fired years later, it was never said why. I think he was a total pedo. He used to like girls with blue eyes and blonde hair. Was his first name Adolf, perhaps? A kid shit his pants during a fight. He says he was on his way to the bathroom, had to shit real bad. Saw the guy he was feuding with and thought, oh damn. Guy wailed him in the stomach. Chaos of fight ensued. Turd rolls out his pant leg, teacher breaking up fight, slips in, said turd gets shit all over his jacket. Guy is obviously teased mercilessly. One kid didn't go to college, which was a minor scandal. Our administration lied and said that he was going to school, just deferring for a year. He actually wound up going like 7 years later though. Some guys made a tripwire out of dental floss at a big cross-country meet. One of our runners ate it pretty hard. They planned to lie in their interrogations, but only 2 did. They got expelled while the rest got suspended. The librarian hooked up with a sophomore multiple times. A kid murdered his parents, then threw a prom party. Tangentially related, a girl's stepdad killed her mom, allegedly, the year after she graduated. I went to a prom party at their house the year before. It became a huge thing, Netflix shows got made about it, etc. The guy went to jail for a while, but he's out now. I feel like points 4 and 5 need more explanation. 0_0. We had 2 separate devastating fires in our very old high school building. The first one was caused by someone lighting a trash can fire in the ceramics room to make it look like the teacher was incompetent and messed up using the kiln. The second one burned down the entire gym because a kid was smoking and threw his lit cigarette on a pile of gymnastics mats. Kids are shitty. 4 students were suspended for 2 weeks for dropping maroon dye, maroon was our school color, in our rival school's newly built fountain before our football game, nearly destroying the expensive fountain in the process. There's a guy fucking his girlfriend's friend on a bathroom and failed to realize that they're being taped. The video spread like wildfire and they both got expelled. I can't even imagine what's his girlfriend's feeling when she heard the news or watched the video. And the second one. Also a video but it's another girl getting gangbanged, voluntarily, by her classmates and her boyfriend. She's even getting that sweet DP. The video is so popular that even one of the teacher got fired for having a copy of that video. My school was wild. Teacher got arrested for taking up skirt pics of freshman girls. Teacher got fired for saying the N-word, hard R, in a class. The time a kid brought a lead pipe to school and sent the other guy to the hospital. School got sued over football players not playing because they were black, and losing scholarships because of the lack of playtime. School doesn't have air conditioning. One of the teachers gave porn DVDs to students. We had a Spanish teacher pop in a porno after it was switched by a student. She put the video in, hit play and left the room. For 15 minutes hardcore porn played. Nobody cared enough to stop it because it was kind of funny and they weren't having to really do anything. She ended up getting fired after word got out about it and administration investigated a bit. She wasn't in trouble for the prank, but they didn't appreciate that she went out to her car for 15 minutes to smoke a cigarette. No tobacco on school grounds, and from videotape, she did it every class period as well as lunch and her free period. We also had a math teacher who was on the first volume of Girls Gone Wild. I don't know if it's a scandal, but some students got sent away in an ambulance for snorting chlorine in a science class. That's just natural selection at that point. State championship wrestling team did a bunch of Red Rock crank and destroyed their hotel rooms. The school used funding from the art department to pay the hotel and swept it all under the rug. Acquaintance of mine was an art student and printed up thousands of flyers about it. He released them on both ends of the school at the same time in the stairwells like a jaded Zach Morris. He was forced to move away because all the wrestlers wanted to kill him. Recent tenured teacher was arrested for raping a minor at his cabin. It was more of a family go up north and drink and have fun thing. Then he got his kids and one of the girls drunk and started having sex with her. The dude was very highly respected and everything. Then the girl he raped went to the hospital, she did a rape kit thing, and they tested her for alcohol, to which it was well above levels a minor should have apparently. Then some other girls started coming out in our community. He already has been charged on some of the other issues not related to the most current rape. He was so well liked that hundreds of students started writing petitions and signing papers in favor of him, stating he would never do such a thing, even though there is a fucking rape kit with evidence. Shit's fucked up. If anybody wants links, just PM me. Our headmaster was really strange. He liked to wear a normal suit, cowboy boots and a cowboy hat. I live somewhere in Europe. His attire didn't make any sense at all where I come from. Actually, does it make sense somewhere else? Whatever. His absolute pride and joy were the public toilets in our school. Every year on open day he would show every visitor, every parent with absolute pride how clean they were. He often went into the bathrooms and made sure everything was all right. He was not a creep. He always asked if someone was in the bathroom beforehand. One time some very brave soul was crazy enough to write on one of the mirrors with lipstick, nothing scandalous, just something like, "Hello." He went batshit crazy and wanted to find the culprit. He went from class to class and accused us all. I still don't know if he found the culprit or not. But I still don't think that's normal behavior for a headmaster. Or is it? Edit. Gosh, after reading the other comments here I realized that my school was really boring and I had a really sheltered school life, aside from the bullying. I am glad this is the only scandal that I know of. Phew.